Hi guys, you're welcome back. Guys, today I'll be showing you how to make this beautiful shirt and short, okay? It's a very simple process. Even if it is your first time sewing, you can actually make this as long as you follow all of the processes, okay? It's very easy to achieve, all right? So I will show you how I was able to achieve it, okay? So let's get started, guys. Okay, so we're going to start by drafting the shirts first. Okay, so this is the fabric we're going to use. The fabric is on fold, all right, 2 inches on fold. Okay, as you can see, let me open it up so you see it's on fold, 2 inches. Okay, that is for the back panel, all right. All right, so the second one under is also the same 2 inches, but a little variation. As you can see, let me measure it so you see that is also the same amount of fabric on fold with a little variation, 8 inches, as you can see. But look at the variation, and because of the placard, the button down, so you're going to be needing extra 1.5 inches. Like as you can see me measuring, this is 1.5 inches, so I folded it like so inside, so that was why you didn't see it initially. So for the front panel, you want to fold 1.5 inches inward, okay, and place it like I did. So I went ahead and measured the shoulder, 6 inches, and then 5 inches for the armhole. And then I'm connecting it down to my armhole, from shoulder down to armhole. Then I'm putting in the chest measurement, as you can see me putting 7 inches. I'll use the remaining fabric as the allowance, okay? And then for the length, I'm going to use 14.5 inches for the length of the shirt, and then the remaining fabric there, as you can see me folding, I'll use it as the folding allowance, just as I demonstrated. And then from the armhole, I'll just connect it straight down to the hemline, just as you can see me doing. And then I'll curve in the armhole like so. That is basically what I did. And then for the neckline, I marked 3 inches wide. Because we are marking on the back panel first, I'm going to mark 1 inches down for the back, okay? 3 inches wide and 1 inches down for the back, and then I marked 3 inches again for the front. This mark is supposed to be for the front, but I marked it at the back, but I won't cut it there. This is for the back and this is for the front, but I won't cut that part. You will see the way I will cut it. So I'm just trying to mark out the front. You know, the front is under. The front bodice is under, okay? So I just marked it. I want to remove the back one and mark it properly. This because the front neckline is longer than, is deeper than the back neckline, okay? So I'm just connecting the shoulder slant, just as you can see me doing. Now I'm cutting the back first. I'm cutting the back and the front first. See, just follow the process just as I'm demonstrating it here. And I'm cutting out the side like so. So I'm going to remove the back like I have already removed. So I just cut out the front now, and that part is for the hemming. So I'm going to remove the front, sorry, the back like I just removed now. You see the front, see the extra allowance we added. So because it's going to be 2 pieces, so I'm going to open the front because of the what is it called, the button that will be there. So you see what we have. So this is the back and this the front, okay? So this is it. So let's quickly go and measure for the sleeve. This is 6 inches wide, sorry, 6 inches long and 6 inches wide, okay? So it's on fold. The sleeve fabric is also on fold, so I'll go ahead, I'll measure 3.2 inches like so. Even 3 inches can do this. Then I'll just curve it. I'm just trying to cut out the basic sleeve. It's a very simple process. I'm trying to cut out the basic sleeve, and then I will measure the round arm, which is around 5 inches. Then I'll use the remaining fabric as allowance. You see, it's not even up to 1 inch, but I'll just use it as the allowance, okay? So I'll just go in with my scissors and I'll just cut out the sleeve. You see the shape of the sleeve, see the way I'm cutting it out. So our sleeve is ready now. It's a cap sleeve. It's a very small, it's not really a cap sleeve, but it's a very small sleeve, okay? It's looking very tiny because it's a child. So these are the two sleeves, okay guys. Alright, so for the short, let's just quickly cut out the short. I'm trying to cut out everything. So you see it's also on fold. The first fabric is on fold and the second fabric is on fold. They are of equal length and of equal width, okay. I forgot to measure the length and the width of this fabric. Alright, so I'm just trying to mark out 2 inches. This 2 inches is going to be for our elastic casing. I'm trying to mark out 2 inches. This is 2 inches now. So this is where I'll just go ahead. I will divide my hip into 2. All right, and I'll put the hip measurement on the waist. That is just because of the elastic, and then from there I'll measure the crotch. All right, the crotch is around 6 inches, as you can see me doing. I'll connect it to that waist up like so. I'm connecting the crotch to the waist, as you can see me doing, and then I'm just adding like 1.5 inches there. Okay, I'm adding 1.5 inches there. All right, and then the length, I'm measuring the length 8.5 inches. I'm trying to mark out the length. Okay, so the remaining fabric, as you can see, I'm folding it. That will be our hemming allowance. So I'm going to keep it on fold. I'm trying to fold it very well to make sure it is staying. All right, this is our hemming allowance, and I will connect that part to the hem. I'll just bring it down slightly a little bit. Okay, so I'll just extend that other line up to the waist where our elastic will be. So then I'll connect the crotch, as you can see. I'll just curve it in nicely. Then I'll go in with my scissors and I'll just cut it out, just as you can see me doing. I'm just cutting it out like so, guys. So you see, I've cut it out. This is where our elastic will be. Let me fold it, and this is the down part where we are going to hem. All right, it's very simple. So let's begin sewing. So this is 2 inches strip. The length is just the length of the fabric you're working with. Okay, so to sew, we just place it like so. Your 2 inches fabric, place it like so. We are trying to sew the placket, and just run a stitch on it, just as I am running. Run it down to the hemline like so. I'm just trying to sew it. Then after that, you mark 1 inch this way. All right, I'm trying to mark 1 inch like so. And then you sew it up to that 1 inch and you top stitch it. Make sure you lock it very well. All right, and then you remove it from your machine and cut out the excess, all those excess fabric there. You cut it out. All right, and then you turn it inside out. You see how I'm turning it? Just turn it inside out like so. All right, use your scissors and turn it out. Then the length, just cut out every other fabric that is remaining at length area. See what it's looking like. Okay, so I'll just go to my machine. I'll begin to sew it. I'll fold it in and then I will sew it. You see how I'm sewing it now? I'm folding it with 1/2 inch like so. All right, I'm trying to form a placket. This is where your button will sit and where it will lapse. So I'll sew it down to the hemline. You also do this for the second piece. You know, this is the front piece. It has left and the right side. So you do it. Okay, yeah, this is the left and this is the right. I'm done sewing it. Okay, guys. See how fine it is looking. So I'll grab the back piece now. I'll go and join the 2 shoulders like so. I'll grab this other one. I'll join the 2 shoulders just as I have demonstrated, guys. So I'm sewing the first shoulder now, all right? And then I'm going ahead to sew the second shoulder, just as you can see me doing. So this is the sleeve, guys. I went ahead, I'm trying to sew it. Before you sew it, make sure you fold the down part. Okay, I'm trying to fix the sleeve. Okay, but I've already folded the sleeve, the down part of the sleeve. So I'll sew it left and I'll go ahead and sew the right side. I'll do the both sleeves, guys. Then I'll go ahead and begin to shape the shirt. Yes, I'm done fixing the sleeve. I'm just shaping the shirt, as you can see me shaping. You can use 1 inch if that is the allowance you left. So I'm done shaping this side. I'm going ahead to shape the second side of the shirt. Guys, it's very simple. I told you. So I'm done shaping it. This is what I came up. This is what I have after shaping the shirt. So now I'm going ahead to also hem the down part. Alright, no, we've not hemmed the down part. I'll just fold it with 1/2 inch, and then I'll further fold it again with 1/2 inch, and I'll slot it into my machine, and I'll begin to sew it, making sure everything is even. So I'm done. So for the collar now, the neck, this is the fabric we're going to use. It's on fold right now. This is about 2.5 inches. Then the length is around 18 inches long. The neck we are working with is 16 and 17 inches, but I have 18 inches here. Okay, so I'll just fold it like so. See how I folded it? I'll go ahead and I will mark 8.5 inches. The original neck line we are working with, all right, is 8.5 inches. I've marked it. I've marked 8.5 inches. You know, this fabric is on fold. And then I'll go ahead, I'll just add my allowance. I don't have enough fabric here. Please make sure you have enough fabric. So I added 1/2 inch for the sewing allowance, and I'll connect it to the peak of the fabric, like so, to the upper part, to the folded part of the fabric. And I'll go in with my scissors, I'll just trim it out a bit. All right, I'll also trim it here. I'll add a little curve just for it to be slightly curved, not too curved, so I'll just open it up so you see. I'm done doing that. So I'll go on ahead now. I will fold it upward like so. Then I'll sew it with 1/2 inch. You see how I folded it upward? Then I'll sew it down with 1/2 inch. That 1/2 inch we added as allowance, we're going to sew it like so, just as I'm doing. And when you're done doing it, please cut out the excess so it won't be bulky by the time you turn it in. Then the other side too, I flipped it also, and I'm sewing it with 1/2 inch, just as I did for the first part. Okay, after sewing it too, I'll also go ahead, I'll cut it out, and then I'll turn it out. All right, so I'm trying to turn it out. You can use your scissors to insert inside so that you turn it out very well, you see. So I'm done turning everything out. See how fine our collar is looking. It's very beautiful. You see the 1/2 inch allowance there? See our 1/2 inch allowance there, the way it's looking at us. So see how fine it is. See the folded part. Okay, so we'll just go ahead right now to our machine. We'll grab the collar, the main shirt itself, and then you place it like so, the 1/2 inch to the neckline, and then you sew it like so. Just go ahead and sew it from one end of the neckline to the other end of the neckline. Guys, I told you this style is very simple to make. Even if you're a beginner, you haven't made a shirt before, it is a very simple method that is beginner friendly that you can just adapt. All right, so I'll remove it from the machine. I'll go ahead also, I'll tuck it in. See how I'm trying to tuck off the roughness, that rough edges. I'm trying to tuck it in like so, and then I'll go to my machine. I will also sew it, making sure everything is tucked in and folded in. All right, so I'll just sew it to the end of the shirt. That is it, guys. It's very simple. So guys, I'm so sorry for the short. I forgot that I wasn't recording. I already went ahead, I sewed the first crotch. I even sewed the second crotch before I realized my camera wasn't recording. So but I just sewed it, like as you can see me demonstrating. So I also went ahead, the hem part, I just folded it in like you see here. I only went and I folded it in the both hem line. That is basically what I did. I sewed the 2 crotches and then I sewed the hem line. So that is just basically what I did. I'm sorry about that. So let me open it so that you see. It's looking like skirt now, Abby. Let me open it so that you see that it's not a skirt, it's the shorts. So you see I've opened it now. It's looking like shorts. So I'll go ahead now, just sew the crotch like so. Just sew it down. All right. It's very simple. So I'm just sewing the crotch, all right, with less than 1/2 inch. I'm just sewing it like so. Okay, so guys, I'm done sewing the crotch. See what I have here. See the upper part and see the down part. So that is basically how to fix the short. Is very simple. So for the elastic, I'll be using 15 inches long. This elastic is 1 inch 1 inch wide. So I'll just grab it like so, go to my machine, I'll stitch it. Make sure you stitch it very, very, very tightly so that it won't go and cut when the child wears it. So you insert it inside your fabric like this, inside your short. You see how I inserted it, and just go ahead and sew it, guys. Just keep sewing it. Make sure you're dragging the elastic. Make sure you're dragging it so that it will go wide, because you know the short is wider than the elastic because we use the hip measurement on the waist. So the short is wider than the elastic because the elastic is the original measurement of the child, while the measurement on the short is the hip measurement. So you need to drag the elastic so that it can cover all your fabric. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up, like it, share with other soulmates, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.